Just so y'all know, it took me about 2 hours to put the damn chair together. Don't buy this chair. Alright, where have I been? I have been working on a new project, Studio 45. Some of you guys have an idea of exactly what Studio 45 is, what it's going to be, what my vision for it is, but that's where I've been. I'm so excited to finish it, and when I do, I'll make sure I share it with you. I'm gonna be documenting it. We got so many projects that we've been doing, guys. I've been really busy, but guess what? I know I'll be able to deliver way more content way more often, and that's truly at the end of the day what this is about. So look out for a whole bunch of YouTube videos. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do so. If you're not subscribed and you want to see more content like this, yeah, make sure you're subscribed and the notifications is turned on. Enough of that though, let's get started with the tutorial. Alright guys, I know what y'all thinking. That cut, he just got a cut. Like, what are you gonna do? Oh, this video is pretty much, it's to show you guys how much the details matter. Now he's got kind of a fresh taper here. I think maybe he cleaned it up, but he hasn't been cut that long ago. So all I'm doing is freshening up the taper. So I took the T outline and I got it nice and close. And now we're going in with the Golf FX. This is the influencer package. I believe these are Rob the Originals. And I'm just kind of going close and opening gradually. What I'm truly doing is I went straight to detailing. So once I went to the bald line, now I'm just going to detailing. I'm going little by little up on my guards, and I'm just looking for dark areas to lighten up. I'm using a lot of corner here and really focusing on imperfections. And so the idea of this video is to show you guys how much, you know, detailing and really paying attention to the smaller things can make a drastic change in a haircut. Okay, so we just got done with the 1 guard. Now we're with the 1.5, and I'm sure we'll do a number 2 and then our number 3 after that. But little by little, I'm just kind of, again, looking for imperfections. And this was at a hair show. The lighting wasn't the best. There were people watching, so I was talking to them too. This was right in front of my booth. I wish I would have shown you guys the booth, but at this point I'm kind of debulking, because like even behind the ear, if you can see behind the hair, it looks a little bulky, especially in the taper area and the neck area. So we'll clean that up as well. But I feel like already there's a difference being made here. So we're gonna go ahead and enhance them using the Beam Team XL with no drip. You can get both of these products at tomb45.com, and this is the Sean Cuts Hair template, enhancement template. You can get it from Sean Cuts Hair. Check out his YouTube channel as well. But like, to me, this template is like super simple. It's not overcomplicated. And look already the difference I feel like, you know, paying attention to the details has made. So we gotta get nice and tight at the bottom. So we're gonna use the shaver. And at this point, I'm just like, I'm really trying to go above and beyond, especially since people are watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be showcasing at a hair show and the cut not come out butter. Next thing you know, people gonna be saying, yo, Bossio don't cut like that in real life. And so the reason why I'm going ahead and I'm kind of finishing one side at a time, it's really just to keep the crowd engaged. Okay, this isn't how I typically cut in the shop. I would have, you know, tapered pretty much all the way around the head, balded all the way around the head, but for the sake of keeping the class engaged and seeing, you know, one side come to life as we go, because people will walk away, they get distracted, and I want to at least give them nuggets on each side. And then by the time I get to the back, there's a whole nother crowd. You know what I mean? That's kind of how it works at a hair show. Now, back here, you can see it was a little too high previously. Whoever cut it, it looks like they brought that number 2 way too high. And the reason why they brought it too high and it looks like he lost a lot of the darkness I would have liked to have kept, is because of the skin of the head, the scalp, the head shape, right? So you gotta be careful, especially at the top part over here above the occipital bone. Be careful not to take off too much hair, because then you lose some of the shade, the darkness. So what I'm really focused on here is the bottom, getting it again nice and tight, trying to create a gradient. At this point my clipper is all the way open, and I'm gonna refine that as much as I can before I move on. Then I'll probably do my 1 guard, then my 2, then my 1.5, my 3, right? So right here is my 1 guard. It's all the way closed. And then like after this tutorial, I believe I recorded some videos where I'm using my new guard set where they're all different colors. So I'm gonna bring back the color chart real soon. We are gonna be dropping a bunch of tutorials soon here, especially since I'm opening the studio soon. And so that was my half guard. And again, I'm just kind of refining right underneath where I left off with that 1. I'm just refining it. Okay, I'm not gonna try to lighten up that area that's already too light. From this angle, it doesn't look as bad. We're gonna go ahead and line it up, clean up the edges. This is the area where I was telling you guys earlier was a little too bulky, so I'm gonna clean that up as well. And you can see, like, I got a flashlight in my hand because it's dark in these expos. The lighting isn't the best, and I didn't have like a ring light with me or nothing. And like this is where I'm explaining to the crowd, you know, how the previous cut was too light in that area. It almost looks like there's a hole there. So we're gonna use color enhancement to kind of hide that hole that's there, just so that it looks good. For, you know, a couple days or so. And you can see a new crowd is starting to gather around in the background. Alright, and now they'll be able to see this side of the taper, and I feel like this side of the taper was definitely higher than the other side, so definitely going to have to finesse this side. Not bring up the taper too high because it's already too light at the top of that taper. Lost a lot of gradients, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to finesse this. So with that comb, I was pointing out where it's too light. Like those little light spots are crazy. But I'm gonna try to kind of blend in the surrounding areas to try to make it look a little bit more balanced. And so I'm working right underneath that area, just trying to lighten it up just a tad bit so it doesn't look so light there at the top of the taper. Here I'm using my half guard right beneath where I left off, and just detailing really. I gotta tell you, I like these influencer clippers. I don't know if they made changes, but they run quieter and they even feel thinner. I don't know why. If you agree with me, if you get that sense as well, let me know in the comments below. Alright, so I'm definitely going to use a little bit of color just to darken that area up just a bit. And what I'm hoping is that it lasts long enough to where, you know, maybe in a couple days it'll be darker once that comes off anyways. Okay, and I'm right behind the ear. I'm just lightening it up some to try to make it look like a nice fluid haircut so that it doesn't look too dark behind the ear. That's a nugget. Like, that's, to me, like, this is a huge difference maker in people's tapers when they lighten up right behind the ear to make it look like, you know, the taper in the back and the taper in the side belongs to the same cut, right? Because when it's way too dark behind the ear, it just looks, I don't know, it looks funny to me. Like there's a disconnect there, right? I'm working hard not to push him back, but still give him a nice defined shape. All right, so here I was just telling the crowd that we're gonna try to give the illusion that it's much more even here in the front of the hair. He's got some crazy like hair growth pattern changes, and that's what's making, you know, one side look darker or like, dare I say, fluffier. And so we're gonna do our best to kind of control that a little bit by just bringing it down some. And then once we put that line on there, it should look much more even. Doing a little trimmer over comb right after. But like, somebody's hairline like this is never gonna be perfectly straight or perfect unless you push them back, right? So enhancements on somebody like him works really, really well because pushing him back is not an option. All right, so we're pretty much finished with the cut, but I'm gonna style it since we are at a hair show. And then after I styled it, somebody asked me to teach some texturizing techniques. You don't texturize after you put product. You do it before you put product, after it's been dried, right? At least this technique. But unfortunately, I already put product in. I still wanted to give the nuggets or whatever, so we worked through the texturizing. You can see it was hard to grab the hair, to control it, to come through it, to comb through it, and but we still did it for the people watching. And what I put in his hair was 245 indestructible clay, and I'm sorry to tell you, it's on back order. So we hope to relaunch soon, but it's going to be a little while till we have some more clay. And then here I'm just kind of texturizing it. When the hair is dry like this, you can't really slice all the way through. It's hard to, because there's no slip on the blade, but you can get little pieces and kind of define them like that. And then I'll use my comb to comb his hair down and start and finish the final styling. Put the razor on him, and again, you can see the crowd started to pile up a little bit here. That's what you want. You want to attract a crowd. It sucks, you know, cutting hair and showcasing. Nobody cares, you know. So look at the crowd that we attracted, man. I'm appreciative. Makes me feel like I'm definitely giving value at these shows. And look at the finished cut. Stop playing with me. It's all in the details, guys. It's all in the details. Do not sleep on the details. That's why I tell you guys, get through your haircut quickly and spend your time detailing the cut. This was the before, and here is the after. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget, we're going to be pumping out so much content, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button. Appreciate y'all.